Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to be here with Women on Stage, and this talk is going to be about deep speech recognition. A few words about me. My name is Luba. I'm an NLP developer and researcher in City Innovation Lab in Tel Aviv. I love the combination of linguistics and programming, and I hold a master's degree in computer science and NLP from Bar-Ilan University. Today, we're going to try to figure out what is speech recognition, what do we need it for. We're going to talk about modern implementations with deep learning and how human knowledge is integrated into these implementations. But first, I want to introduce you to my grandma. So my grandma is an independent and a vibrant woman until it comes to using a computer. Because then she faces challenges on a daily basis. For example, when she needs to order pills on the health services app. It's hard for people like her. So if only a computer could understand us just by speaking to it. For example, my grandma could just say, "Dear computer, I need a prescription for my pills." So then it would probably be super helpful for people like my grandma and other seniors, people with different disabilities, and come to think about it, probably all of us. Well, recently this has become reality because systems like these are becoming increasingly popular, such as home virtual assistants, smartwatches, and on our smartphones. So this is awesome. But how do these systems work? Well, first, we need to recognize the spoken word. That means translate the sound into text. And then we want to understand the text and perform the action, perform the required action. Well, in this talk, we focused only on the first part. The first part is called speech recognition. So what is speech recognition? Speech recognition is the task of converting sound waves into text. Speech recognition has been researched for many, many years now, but only recently has it become reliable enough to be practically usable. And why is that? Well, the answer is deep learning. Deep learning is a machine learning technique which has gained so much popularity in the past decade. Deep learning is often perceived as a black box, which all you need to do is provide it with enough examples of inputs and outputs, and it just magically finds the right mapping between them. So in the case of speech recognition, you should provide examples of sound waves and the corresponding text, and it will learn how to map between them. But is it, in fact, a magical black box? Well, not quite. Because knowledge about the problem is leveraged to help the system learn more efficiently. It is used both in the input to the neural network and in the output from the neural network. Let's look at the input. Sound waves are combined of multiple frequencies. And we want the so we break the sound into these frequencies, but we want the neural network only to focus on the frequencies which are produced by humans and captured by the human ear. The way we represent the sound waves is by using a spectrogram. A spectrogram is a scale of frequencies from low to high, where each color represents the level of energy that is in every frequency. Where red represents high intensity of energy and blue represents low energy. We can see here that we have high energy for the lower frequencies and low energy for the higher frequencies. So this would typically represent the male voice. So this is a spectrogram for just one small time frame, for example, 100 milliseconds. And this would be a representation of another 100 milliseconds. And this would be a representation of an entire word. So we leverage our knowledge about the frequencies to represent the input more efficiently. But what happens on the output? So on the output, we want the neural network to find the most probable word, right? But what happens if two different words sound similar? Let's listen to this.
Bill,
Let's hear this again.
Bill, Bill,
So it sounds like he said Bill. But is it possible that perhaps it was pill? I'm not entirely sure, but luckily we have the context of the sentence to help us decide. So if we've seen so far you need to swallow a, then we'd expect the next word to be pill. But if we've seen you have to pay the, then probably the next word would be bill. But how can the system leverage the frequency of these words to predict the next one? Well, the way we do it is we calculate probabilities of sequences of words from corpora such as books and news articles. So if I have a sequence, I need a prescription for my. So we'd want the probability of the next word being pill to be quite high. But on the other hand, we want the probability of the next word being bill to be very low because it doesn't make any sense. So this is called language model. And language model helps the system return sentences which make sense. And also it helps us extend or limit our vocabulary. So to sum it all up, let's look at the entire process. Grandma says, I need prescription for my pills. The sound wave is sent into the neural network after being translated into the relevant frequencies. The neural network finds several probable options, and the language model chooses the best one given the context. So the great work that's being done for NLP and signal processing can help people like my grandma feel much more comfortable in the modern world. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to find me at my LinkedIn account or my email. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.